this. This will be kind of a short one. See, middle of April. Yeah, my hair is chopped off. New timeline, new hair. Yeah, ready for combat. Where? Yeah, actually, I'm tired of combat. Actually, so it's almost like we're going into a new year. Obviously, the whole tariff situation going on. Yeah, we're just, it's like we're building a new reality. It just hasn't really showed its true colors yet. It's true self. It doesn't mean it's an alien reality, but obviously the ground crew that are here, nothing's ever clear currently, of course. Just stay the course, basically. That's all I can do. And I don't know, manifesting timelines. I don't know, just. So Monday, all the theater starts back up again for the world stage, and nothing but manipulations. But yeah, it's a drama. It's a reality TV show, basically, and we'll see some kind of changes over time. Hopefully, in a positive, but we have to go through what we have to go through. Of course, the alien ground crew here. Of course, you're just scattered about, and it's not always going to be clear of anything. Yeah, because it's even the astral is blocked out for obvious reasons. I mean, to some, of what's happening here. We just have to go through this, and there's a lot of a version of awakening, on a population level, but. Yeah, massive soul growth, you can say. Especially those that are galactically growing. So, yeah, it's not. Well, when you're connected to the universe, you're doing. It's not as easy as it sounds. Oops. Science.com. Price sessions. Maybe. Good for shop here. So it's also the the idea is for us to at some point physically connect to the universe, the other species here. Of course, you can do that already spiritually. But it's not as simple as it might sound, as some of you know. It's because you connect to the aliens in a higher dimension doesn't mean have issues and everything. So, but that's what this is all about. This is all about opening up the universe, for our collective to start recognizing the universe and other alien species and everything else, go to other planets and so on. This is early stages of it, so we'll tap into like Palladian, there's the Lyran felines or the Lyrans. I haven't done them in a long time. Yeah, I do the Lyrans, felines, and of course the human version. Of course, depending on how all these species developed their own version of human, and just the feline version aligned with ours, you can say, and aligned with also the Anunnaki. So, anyway, all right. So we're going to Palladian energies. Oh no, Lyran. Yeah, kind of the same thing, right? Okay. All right, blessings. Greece, felines. Yes, the Lyrans. Yes, the world has a lot of drama due to galactic conflicts on many different star systems. Of course, you're not always seeing it here in the physical for obvious reasons. Basically, the reptilian is known to entice, to bring pleasures, to, it's manipulation also. Basically, a lot of humans, so this new generation, it is similar to which generation, what, Y or Z, that's something like that. Some of them, not all, but some of them have had, been humanoid beings, and had relationships also with alien beings. And so there was a little bit of confusion there, like a human be with a reptilian being, or a human with a feline being, and so on. So of course they're not physically tapping into that, and why would you? So there's a little bit of conflict there currently, because many of you are opening up these realms and not realizing what you're opening up. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be yourself, but it's part of the awakening process. Well, basically, these new generations have started to, they're already rebelling against your current system. They'll continue to do so. And so the idea is to continue to rebel. And that's all this is currently, even if it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yes, they're just, you can say they're lazier or just not interested in going by. Well, either way, that's why many of you are here to assist these younger generations to somewhat get manageable. Of course, you have third dimensional people that are dealing with, but more galactic beings are being born here, but they don't know who they are. They're lost. So it doesn't mean they'll ever find themselves either. But some of you are assigned to some of them to, guide no matter what. Just like a wild stallion trying to push you away. And so it's, it's just that this is a lot to take in for your physical realm. Yes, they can be crazy, they can be wild, but this whole thing about, connecting to outer space, your space beings, your space jockeys, or whatever you want to call them, is a little bit, out there. But when they have memories of it, doesn't mean they will. That's a little bit traumatic there. Not yet. Some might have memories. Some of you are already having those memories. So, yeah, and that's when you get guided. So, yeah, some are going through a wake-up call, a massive one. And the galactic energy, so some hold on to the physical realm, as you know. Eventually, the universe kicks them out because it's time for them. Because they're going through cycles that are not going anywhere. They have lives that are just circling around, not progressing, and you're here to bring to break the cycle for something new. That's why you're here. Of course, breaking your own cycle is more easier said than done. So, but basically, you already know this. You're part of, bringing more galactic awareness here. Also, just spiritual awareness in general. Doesn't necessarily have to be about the aliens or the angels or any other beings. Connect to spirit guides, basically for beings just to know more about themselves, that are spiritually curious, and that will open up at some point in your own life. Yes, and they'll easily shut it down because they're so used to the physical realm. They're like obsessed with it, and they're having difficulties letting go of it. Well, it's like this is where they're birthed into, and you're bringing them something different, and they get easily confused and so on. But all these challenges is about soul growth, of course. And this is a massive growth, especially when you take an individual that's been difficult to awaken and to crack that shell, crack the egg around them and open up a whole nother reality. And that is in the works. That's all we can say. So it's like, yes, a birthing of a new being, basically, some level. So,